Good evening, everybody. If you're able to hear me, can you please raise your hand with the reactions? There we go. Absolutely great. And then lower your hands. So that is working. Fantastic. We will get started shortly, about a minute or so. We'll get everybody some time to settle in comfortably, check your images and audio. Very good. Welcome, everybody. And then you should be seeing as well the slide, the PowerPoint slide, not the instructor's notes. Raise your hand if that's true. Okay. A lot of you saying yes. Perfect. All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome, Abby. How are you today?
Okay.
All right. We're about to get started. So thank you for joining us. Let me see. All right, let's kick it off. So, welcome everyone to another edition of our Cell webinar series. This is sponsored by and brought to you by the Illinois Soccer Referee Committee. We do this every month. We change the topics every month. We invite all the mentors and coaches who are available to join us. And so you hear from different voices, different people. And today's topic was as a result of your feedback. So many of you wanted to talk about this topic. So we said, yes, let's go ahead. And again, this is not only webinars like tonight, it's also classroom sessions, field sessions. So again, your ISRC sponsors all these education opportunities throughout the year for different groups, beginning referees, middle of the road, advanced, elite, etc. So proud to be a part of that. Um, let's see, let's get going. And for those of you who is the first time to see me, my name is Pedro Trejo. I am part of the ISRC. I'm the State Youth Referee Administrator since January, so it's a short few months, but happy to join the ISRC, especially with these opportunities for education. I'm a referee coach, just came back from National Referee Coach Camp, and so, delighted to be here talking to you about this topic. Okay, and the topic is handball, getting it right. And this is the content was created by US Soccer, US Soccer Way, which is an educational development initiative for consistency across the country. Obviously, following FIFA laws of the game, IFAB laws of the game, as well as considerations. So let's get right to it. In terms of the handball topic, obviously knowing the laws, knowing the concepts will help referees such as yourselves get the correct call, getting it right. Okay. And just a quick reminder, no handball if the ball contacts the shoulder or above the armpit. I think most of us know that by now, but again, just in case, quick review. Um, the more the hand is closer to the body, the less likely that that will be an offense. Exceptions when it is an attacker handball, doesn't matter where the hand is. If the goal is scored directly or immediately, football does not, or soccer does not accept that. It's not what's expected. It should not be a goal. We're going to talk for the most part about justifiable position or making the body bigger. And so again, there's situations in which even though the hand or arm are away from the body, that it may not be a handball offense. Okay. And then the last bullet point, it's an important here. Players sometimes play with their torso, block with their legs, or attempt to play with their legs, and in doing so, the ball does contact their torso, thigh, foot, knee, and then or head, and then it goes to the hand. Those are again no handball as it states here on the slide. Okay, so in terms of handball, three main concepts, and these are directly from the laws of the game. The first one, deliberately touching the ball. That is the most accepted, the most understood by coaches, players, referees, fans, and even commentators, I would argue. But that's when the hand or arm deliberately goes towards the path of the ball and makes contact, right? So that's fairly simple, fairly easy. We will not spend a lot of time on that. The second one is the second concept is the one that we'll talk the most, which is making the body bigger. Is the hand or arm in a justifiable position for what the player is doing? And then the last one is attacker handball, which I briefly mentioned. This is when the attacker accidentally or body bigger or close to the body, however, the ball makes contact with the hand or arm and then it directly goes to goal. That's a handball offense. Attacker, ball to the hand or arm, not directly, but immediately he or she takes a touch and then scores. That's a handball, attacker handball. Okay, but again, the most time we'll spend tonight is on unnaturally bigger, justifiable or not justifiable. Okay, and so as I mentioned from Law 12, the hand is made unnaturally bigger. Keep in mind, the further away from the body that the hand or arm is, the more likelihood that they make themselves bigger, with the exception that if they went to the torso or the head or the leg, and then the hand or arm, then it doesn't apply. But in general, this making themselves bigger, it's further away from the body. For example, this is one where it's not justifiable when a defender is jumping up, not looking at where the ball is coming, but their hand or arm is extended completely up, right? So this is not a justifiable way. And if the ball is kicked or headed and then it contacts their hand or arm, then we have an offense or handball. Okay. At the same time, the hand or arm, as I mentioned, can be away from the body, but it's in a justifiable position, like you see in this image where the defender is now sliding, and then one of the arms, the left arm in this case, is going down to the ground for bracing the impact. That is justifiable as the hand is extended straight down, going down and touching the ground, right? If the ball contacts during that time, then we are saying that's justifiable, no offense, we keep going. As opposed to the same action by the defender in this image, but is now the right hand which is extended upward. Now they're taking a risk. Now the hand is away from the body, above their head, taking a risk. If the ball would have hit there, then that would be an offense. All right, so let's go to some videos and test our knowledge. Here we have our first clip. And Abby, how's that coming? If you're able to see it, okay? All right, let's watch that again. All right. So those of you who have handball offense, raise your hand um, in the um, in the in the reactions, please. Okay. Let me check. Oh, it seems to be halfway unless there's many of you not participating, but a very good number of you, I would say half and half. Yeah, anywhere between, well, now it's more than half. About 40 out of 30, out of 40 and 30, excuse me. Okay. All right, let's pick a couple of you to share. Let me see here. All right, so I think I was able to bring somebody on. Gabriel, I think you should be able to unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So you're with the majority that this is handball.
Yes.
And so give us your thoughts in terms of why do you think this is handball? Why do you call this and blow the whistle for handball?
My justification would be that they made their body unnaturally bigger by extending their arm out to that position.
Okay. Thank you, Gabriel. Making the body bigger. And as we can see on the still image here, the hand or arm is away, right? Gabriel, do you see the ball touching the torso or the thigh or the leg of the defender in blue first and then going to the hand, or that doesn't happen, you think?
I think it goes directly to the hand.
Exactly, and you're correct. So again, that will be another thing to consider there because it wasn't a successful block, so it went straight to the hand or arm that was extended. Okay, thank you, Gabriel. There are some people that didn't raise their hand, so I'm gonna assume that you don't have handball, right? So I'll bring you in and let's see if you have anything there. Oh, I see more hands being raised. So Gabriel, I think you convinced some people. That's good. Let's see. All right, Guillermo, you should be able to unmute yourself and tell us why do you think this is not a handball, if that's what you have, because we didn't see you
Can you hear
raise your
me?
hand. Go ahead, Guillermo.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So first of all, I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't click it, but I'm mostly correct. He is
Okay.
making his body unnaturally bigger. The only argument that I would make for the other one is that he's so close to the player who kicks the ball that he has no time to react. Sort of seems he is just coming in, but that's really not a good enough argument. It should be a handball because it makes
Okay.
his
So
body unnaturally bigger. The only argument for the other thing is that he has no time to react at all.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, Guillermo. And that is a fact. The distance is close, right? The time is less because of that shorter distance. And yes, the defender will go there to challenge by trying to gain possession, dispossess, by trying to block, right? And however they decide to do that, in terms of handball or not, they have to consider where their hand or arm is. And when it's too far away, not justifiable, then the answer, yes, they're making their body bigger. Okay? Thank you for that, both Gabriel and Guillermo. Well done. Okay, we're gonna move on. So we're gonna repeat kind of this analysis, this breakdown. We're gonna try to get at least two people for each clip from either side. And again, it's not to put anybody on the spot or anything. We really want to hear your thoughts, how you view it, how you break it down, how you analyze. And then together we come to a consensus again for consistency, using the laws, using the considerations. Fair enough for everybody? Okay, so everybody lower your hands at this time. So we start fresh and let's watch the next example here. Okay, same exercise. Please, if you have this as a handball, you will blow the whistle, you will call it, click on the emotions or the hand raise on your side. Um, That means that you do have a handball offense if you raise your hand. And let me see how we're doing there. Okay. It's about, actually, it's 46, 47 going up at about 70. Okay. Again, you should be able to see in Zoom um, wherever you have the microphone, camera. Maybe you only see a hand raised. Maybe you don't have microphone, camera necessarily. Um, okay. And if you have handball, raise your hand. So press the button that says hand. Um, okay. All right. It went all the way up to 51. Fantastic. Out of 71 so far. Okay. Let's get, again, a few or a couple of people to share with us. Let's see. All right. We're going to start with Steven. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Can
You
you hear
said,
me?
yes, this is a handball.
Can you hear
Please
me?
give us at least one consideration. Go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
He's clearly moving his hand to the ball, and it's extended, beyond perpendicular to his body.
Okay. Clearly moving the hand to the ball, extended away from the body. Did I hear you
He's looking.
correctly?
He's looking right at the ball.
Okay. Okay. All right. Stand by there, Stephen. We will get somebody else as well. All right. And thank you for your comment. Let me see. I'm mispronouncing your name probably. Jay, please correct me. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Yeah, Jay's fine. So
Okay.
I still think it's a 50-50 because as he's kind of sliding to block the ball, he's kind of embracing, fall with his left.
Oh,
So,
nice. Okay.
yeah, I would give a benefit of doubt and knowing that, his right hand is tucked in, right? So
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's okay. Very good. Stephen, what would you say to Jay's comment?
I would say bracing his fall is irrelevant. He
Okay.
can roll. He can roll to the ground. He doesn't have to put his arm out.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Jay, you remember the image that we shared earlier, right? Jay?
Yep.
Okay. So is this defender sliding towards where he thinks the trajectory of the ball is gonna take place, or is he going in head first kind of thing? Can you tell?
Again, yeah, I mean, he's at a position where he's landing, right? So I think it's a natural reaction to extend the arm to brace the fall.
Uh-huh.
Having said, yes, I mean, if you see it in a slow action, he does look like he's trying to extend the left arm. But again, to me, this is 50-50, right? So,
Sure. Now, let me see. Steven, is this hand moving downwards to brace the fall at the moment of the touch?
No.
How about now?
Now it is
Now a little bit more, yeah?
right.
Because now it's really going towards the ground, and I don't know if we can go further enough. No, this is as far as we can go. But here, Jay, do you see the difference? Jay, the ball, the
No,
hand is
I do. I do. That's why it's a 50-50 call. And I don't know if we'll be able to make that decision at the real game time, right? With the angle that we have and how fast it's moving. So
right,
the first one, it's clearly, I would have called it a handball without any question. This
right.
one, again, it's a 50-50, and I would have given defender a benefit of doubt, knowing that, he's, bracing his right arm.
Correct.
Again, I don't think there's no really, to me, this is really a judgment call at the end of the
Okay.
day.
And by the way, Jay, you're not alone. There's a few people in this call and probably out there that are thinking something similar. And this is why we do these things, right? Because based on considerations, right? And let me see if I have another angle. Oh, yeah. Can you see the right hand of the defender at this point, Jay? Because the left hand is the one that makes contact with the hand, with the ball, right? Where is the right hand?
Right. It looks like it's extending from this angle.
The defender, we're talking about the defender, not the left hand, but the right hand of the same defender.
Oh, right hand is tucked in.
Right, in front of the torso, correct?
Yep.
So they're not making their body bigger. If because if the ball goes to the torso and it touches the hand there, nothing, no offense, we keep going. But now you have a clear view now. You see what actually happens, correct?
Yep.
Forget the feel at the moment right now. This is what the evidence you have, right? Is it clear to you that the left hand is away from the body, especially compared to the right hand, and that results in the ball trajectory moving, changing because of that contact with the handball? Can we agree on that?
Yep. Agree.
Okay. And then the other thing I want to see, which I think is not so clear in terms of blurriness of the video, but look at this point now where the defender, the left hand is blurry, I understand, but now the hand is moving towards the ground now. Is that right, Jay?
Yep.
Okay. So if the ball would have hit the hand or arm at this point where the hand is going downward, then you would be absolutely correct. Say, nope, this is not a handball. It's justifiable because the hand is going down. But you know, the before that, we want you to understand now and change and modify, adjust, adapt. If you catch this in any of your games from today onwards, this is a handball offense. And I know it might take some practice for you and others, but this is very important for all of us so that we are as consistent as we can be. Stephen, anything else to add on this?
No.
Okay. So maybe you're closer. Maybe you're not fully convinced, Jay. That's okay, but maybe hopefully you're closer and you're able to, find an angle in your games to be able to see it, or maybe the assistant referee may be able to help, right? Because they might have a better view, right? Because there would be, right? They will be have this angle, no? The assistant referee, Jay?
Yeah. So, I mean, let's assume that if we go back and look at the video, and in this video, I think you could see the intention of the players, right? At least for that split second, try to block the shot with a
Yep.
hand. Then yeah, we would overturn it. But I still think that at that, where center ref is standing right now,
Right.
I think it's really impossible for a center ref at that angle to see and make it a judgment call. AR may have a better angle on that. So
Correct. And again, we don't want to say that this is a judgment call. This is clearly a handball offense, whether anybody sees it or not, in terms of the referee team. Ideally, the referee team will see it, one of them. In this case, I think they're using that official on the goal line. I don't know if you see it, but hopefully that official saw it and gave the information. But uh, we want to make sure everybody, this is not judgment. This is clearly making the body unnaturally bigger, taking a risk, because that's the last thing that the defender may be able to do. And the defender may be hoping that it hits their torso, their head, some part of the body that is legally used to play in soccer. But unfortunately for him, the trajectory was straight to the hand or arm, making it an offense. So this would be a penalty kick. Okay, so does that help, Jay?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Steve. Well done, both of you. And again, we've hopefully helped everybody else, clarified and inspire you. Because here, yes, maybe the referee, knowing that there's a transition from where play goes from the left to the right, they move, run as well to change direction to the right of the penalty area to be able to find the angle and potentially be able to see this. And the assistant referee, if that has a clear view, no doubt, right? Then they can become the hero and help in this case and give the information. All right, great. Let's move on to the next example. All right, we'll watch it one more time. Make sure everybody has their hand lowered so that way you're not saying one thing or the other if that's not what you um, were wanting to do. All right. So next, with same hand raise, if this is an offense by this defender, please go ahead and raise your hand. All right. We're getting 46 hands raised. So that's more than 50% if my math serves me well. Okay. All right. Did everybody vote now? Very good. All right. Let's start with Kim this time. Kim, you should be able to unmute.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. And I believe you had the hand raised for handball offense. Tell us.
Yeah. This one, all of these are tough. But this one, I think he knows that the player in red, I think he knows where the ball is going. I think he has a feeling that a defender is behind him, so he's trying to, block the ball some way, to prevent, and he makes his body unnaturally bigger. So I think it is a handball.
Okay. Thank you, Kim. And hold on for us for a moment. We're gonna go to someone who didn't raise their hand, who may be thinking that we play on. This is not a handball. All right. Sheldon, I believe you didn't have a hand raised. So tell us your side.
Hey, sorry I'm late, Pedro. I just got out of a meeting, so I just got on.
Oh, okay, okay. Don't worry, don't worry.
I'm driving right now, so I'm listening.
Okay, let me see here. Somebody who didn't raise their hand that may have okay, let's see. Sergio. You're saying no handball on this. Is that right? You can unmute yourself, Sergio. Okay. Unless Kim, you convinced everybody else who didn't raise their hand. Anything to add? Anything to add, Kim, on this?
I guess too, like from my playing days, when you go up to head the ball, you don't normally put your arm up like that. I think if he had his arms like, like by his like up to his shoulder, not up straight, but like up off and like at like if you made a T with your arms like across, I think that would maybe not be considered handball, but because he keeps his arm up, that doesn't seem natural to me.
Okay, I think what you're referring to is something like what's happening here
Like
in
number
with
15, like
15 exactly and
mhm.
3 and so you don't play anymore. You used to play, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're right, right? This is a sort of like expected, natural, normal way of jumping. And then number 3, so far nothing wrong yet, right? Both hands higher. Okay, he wants to elevate or use his arms, hands. But then the right hand goes down, and
Right.
then what happens to the left hand?
He like brings it back up or keeps it up, yeah.
They choose to leave it up there. Most likely, as you mentioned, Kim, thinking, well, I'm just gonna take a risk, or maybe somehow it's gonna block and the referee's not gonna see it. Or we don't
Mhm.
know. But what we do know is the action that took place, which was leaving the hand up there, away from the body, and in essence, making their body bigger. The ball hits that hand or arm.
Right.
Kim,
And
what?
I think one consideration of it not being a penalty kick
Yep.
is because the player in red doesn't actually turn his head and like purposefully block the ball. And also the distance is very close. Those are the two considerations that make it tricky. But I still think it's a handball.
Yeah, yeah, and those are facts. Absolutely, you're right. He's not looking behind him because the ball is coming from where he's looking right now, right? From that direction,
Hmm.
right? That's expected, that's normal. But as soon as his jump was not high enough, right? And he realizes at some point, and now instead of going down like his teammate or like his right hand, he says, well, uh, I'm gonna leave it up there. And you're right, in spite of that short distance and short time, once again, they decided to take a risk. They decided to make their body unnaturally bigger because this is no longer justifiable. This is not expected. This is not natural. This is not normal, however you want to say it. But the laws say justifiable. Totally agree with you. Great observations, good points. And for those of you that may be on the other side, and then hopefully these comments, these ideas Kim shared and I'm speaking about help you make the adjustment from now on, recalibrate. Okay, it's part of officiating. It's normal. There's a law change. Now we have to wait 8 seconds instead of 6, for example. Now, if you knew handball before tonight differently, this is the opportunity for you to join where handball is right now, currently, presently, so that you can readjust, recalibrate, and make those decisions to get it right. Okay, to get it right. Very good. Well done, Kim. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to the next video clip. Everybody lower their hands. I think we're making progress pretty good. Let's see next example. Great. Everybody has their hands down. Very good. And there it is. I think there were multiple replays, so we're gonna just take a vote now. If you have handball, blow the whistle, handball, penalty, raise the hand. Okay? So click on the button. If you think no, 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 this is not handball, no foul, we continue, keep the hand down. Okay? All right, let the voting begin. All right, it seems so far that 20 people, 20 out of 70, have handball, which is the minority in this case, and then the rest have no handball. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna call a few people out to share. All right. So, Alex, good evening, and please share with us one of your considerations. What are you thinking in terms of, okay, this I'm gonna call as an offense. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, okay, looks like it's going through. This is a close call in my opinion. I think there's considerations for handling for a handball offense and against handball offense. This player is going to ground and his left arm does need to go somewhere, but his action here is trying to block a cross, and his arm, after he does go to ground, is now extended away from his body above his head, and he's creating a barrier for the Brazilian player to cross the ball. And the ball strikes the arm while it's extended above his head in the punishable part of the hand. And so for me, the hand is not in a justifiable position for the action that the defender's taking. So for me, handball.
Okay, thank you, Alex. And we will get one of the other of the 50 um, people to share with us the other side. What are they thinking? No, no, no. We keep going. No handball offense. Let's keep playing. Okay. Let's see here. Give me a moment. All right, Jackson, come on down. You're able to unmute and share with us in your view with considerations why you're thinking no, no, no. We keep going. This is not handball.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I think this is not a handball because honestly, if he keeps his arm tucked, he breaks his elbow. It's not his fault at all. And then it looks pretty high up on the arm anyways, so either way, it's not a handball in my opinion.
Okay. Thank you for that. So, Alex, we'll bring you back in. And based on what Jackson is, right? Jackson, am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Mentioned. What would you say to that, Alex?
Well, the punishable part of the arm for handling is the bottom of the armpit. And so where you see the ball strike the arm, it's further along the arm than the bottom of the armpit. It's about the middle of the player's bicep. That's where the ball strikes the hand. So number one, it's a punishable area.
Let's pause for a
Then
moment there. Jackson, do you see that as well now?
Yeah,
Maybe.
but it's more on the upper part of the sleeve, it looks like for me.
Yes, yes. And that's fair, but I think the bicep comment is pretty relevant. Uh, and but Jackson, if it was up here, closer upward,
Yeah.
then we're with you. But because it's not, and it's in the bicep, then it is the arm, hand or arm, right? But we're not
Uh-huh.
saying that it's that alone, you know. I think Alex has more, right, Alex?
correct, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, when we're looking at the type of handball where it's non-intentional, it's a non-deliberate offense. We're looking at whether or not the arm's in a justifiable position for the action, whether or not the player takes a risk. And here the player is trying to block a cross, and he's making his body bigger, and he's taking a risk by having his arm extended away from the rest of his body over his head. If he's standing up, that arm is going straight up. and that's where the ball strikes. And so he's created a barrier, he's taken a risk, and for me, it's not a justifiable movement. Now, I hear what you're saying, that the player's arm does need to go somewhere. I agree that it does need to go somewhere, but when you're going to block a cross and your arm's above your head, you are taking a risk of being penalized for handball.
Okay. And thank you, Alex. And Jackson, I think you're probably right. If they put their hand in another place, they might injure themselves and all that. I think that might be the case. But again, they chose as defending, and Alex mentioned, to do a block in this way, right? Slide tackle on the ground, going to ground versus remaining standing. That's the choice that they make, right? When defending. It's usually as a last minute attempt. But I think let's watch here, Alex and Jackson. Are you able to see the defender's um, left hand right now,
Yep.
Alex? Oh, did we lose
Yes,
Alex?
I had muted
Oh,
myself. Yes.
you're able to see it. So great. So then, has this is the justifiable position for that action, Jackson and Alex. And if at this time the ball would have been there and hitting the hand or arm, then we're with you, Jackson, all the way, based on the picture that we saw as well. Okay? Alex, would you agree or disagree?
100%.
Okay. Does that make sense, Jackson, in terms of
Yeah.
the hand where it is now? So we're giving the defender, okay, you're taking the risk, it's the last minute, we understand, but we're giving the defender some benefit here when the hand is going down or touching the ground to brace right now. But after that, wherever they put it to be safe, not to break it or whatever, not to get hurt, is their choice and is their risk. And the other thing that could have happened is if it touches the leg first, the torso first, and then the hand or arm where it did, where we saw it, then okay, that would be okay too. So they are getting some ways in which, okay, they're off the hook. But if it goes straight to this arm, as Alex described, away from the body, above the head, etc., but on the ground, but above the head, then absolutely we have to recalibrate, we have to adjust, and if we see it clearly, then we must call this. We have to have the courage to call it. Jackson, does that help?
Yeah.
And then not just Jackson, the 50 other people that were with you, I hope that gives a good idea as to for the considerations and the concept, making the body bigger. Okay. And I think in the video before, watch the referee. The ball is going there. The referee decides, let me get there so I can see. Okay. So I can have the angle, find the view. And then, of course, he's unobstructed. He's very close, And in this case, it makes sense to get close. So, oftentimes we hear don't go too close or inside the penalty area, but look at the context. What are the players doing? Where are they going? Right? And in this case, his choice, the referee, to move here to see allows, for the decision, the correct decision. So we're getting it right. The other thing is on the left-hand side of the penalty area, we don't have our assistant referee as close to the action, right? So this is really referee decision, right? So because we were talking about earlier, who, what, where, location, 50-50s. No, there's no more 50-50s. There's more. We see it. It's clear. We call it. Okay? And it may be clear in some cases, like Jackson was saying, if it hits the shoulder, then we don't call it because that's a legal part, right? In this example, final decision, penalty kick. Alex, Jackson, thank you. Well done. Very, very good. And I think that might be, we're going to go fairly quickly with the others since we are running out of time. So we may not get people to speak too much, but we'll get to vote. Let's look at this one. And we'll go quickly to wrap it up. Okay. What do we think? Let me see. Everybody's hand is down right now. Yep. All right. Same exercise real quick. We may not get to discuss too much. I'll just summarize. But what do we think? Handball or no handball here? All right. It looks like we are adjusting, we are understanding. The hand or arm is not away from the body, it's right next to the body, right? And the ball comes from a short distance, and then there's no movement of the hand towards the ball in that short distance. The hand was originally by the side, close, and then it just moves. Very good, everybody. Only 4 people had handball, but now hopefully this helps you understand no handball here because it is close to the body. What do you think about this one? First, lower your hands, everybody. Good. And then watch, and then we will see. Okay. And then we will decide. So better close over here. There is on the right side of the screen. Right there. It goes to the head and then the arm. Okay, let's vote. Do we have handball offense or no handball offense? If you have handball, raise hand. No handball, keep the hand lower. Very good, everybody. Only 5 people out of 70 or so. Yes, no handball. And notice how the referee, once in the monitor, doesn't take too long, really quick. He's like, yeah, it touched the head and then the hand or arm. Nothing, no offense, no. And he explains. So you should be able to explain when you see it, no, it's in the head or it's in the torso and then the arm, no problem. But now you have the knowledge, the tools to explain to them, players and or coaches as needed. And I think that was the last video clip, I want to say. Oh, one more real quick before we wrap it up and say goodnight. We may have to do a part 2 in the future. If that's the case, let us know because we do have a lot of other videos that we can use for discussion. Okay. All right. So let's vote. If you have handball, raise the hand. If you don't have a handball, don't press, leave it out. Excellent, excellent. Only 2 people out of everybody, and I believe everybody is on the same page in terms of, yes, there is contact with the hand or arm right there, but it's in close to the torso, close to the body. It's not making themselves bigger. Again, it could happen either way. Yes, we talked about positioning, movement, so that you can see the action. Sometimes the AR may have the better view. That would probably be rare, but it could happen. You never know. But you want to be, as a referee, in a position to see. Okay? Well done. Thank you for your participation, everybody. And just to summarize, again, the main 3 concepts for handball are the one on the top, which is the hand or arm moves to the ball with time, with distance, and it's clear that they're moving forward. We didn't talk much about it, or we didn't show clips about that one. We focused on the middle one, which is when is the hand or arm unnaturally bigger? When is it not? Like the last 2 or 3 examples. When is it justifiable? Like in the last 2 or 3 examples. When is it not justifiable? When the earlier examples. And of course, we didn't talk about the hand touching the attacker and then scoring directly or immediately, but that is a handball, and We didn't show video clips. We do have some, but again, there might be a part two. With that, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. And let's see, do we have Abby still with us? Maybe we have some closing remarks.
Good job, Pedro. I can talk. I'm gonna late.
No worries, Abby. Let me just check the Q&A before we dismiss everybody. I see some thank yous, good exercise. Do part two. Okay, so somebody's already requesting to do part two. Can we safely say that any arm extended above the shoulder by a standing player is always unnatural position? There's an exception. There's a good question. There are exceptions to this, okay? Because if the player kicks the ball, right, and as they kick it, their arms are up, and then it's like a miss kick, and the ball goes from the foot to the hand up above, that will not be handball. We didn't talk about that, but it was a bullet point in the first slides, okay? So it is most likely, but there are exceptions. So Jim, thank you for your question. Somebody is congratulating one of our teammates on an award. Okay, fantastic. All right. It looks like, oh, let's see why. Okay, somebody's asking about a UEFA incident. Please cut the clip, send it to our office, and we can discuss. So that way everybody's on the same page. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, Steven, go ahead. Do you have a comment? Do you have a question?
No.
All right. Guillermo and Kim, they're asking about, or Guillermo, sorry, about the European match. Please send us the clip, okay? Okay, then another question. How much weight does distance between the ball being kicked? Oh, Steven, you need to unmute. I think there's some audio coming. You need to mute, sorry. There's some audio coming. How much distance between being the ball getting kicked and potentially handling offense carry? So it is important to consider the distance. And again, the location of the hand or arm, even though it was a short distance, okay? But an additional context, what is it that those players are doing? So if somebody has clear possession and somebody is going close to try to block, then doesn't matter how close there may be, if their hand is away and it goes directly to the hand, handball, okay? If they're trying to block, but their hands are a little bit away from the torso, not touching the torso, but within the silhouette of the individual, then we can say, okay, it's close enough, not too far away, because they're moving. Okay, it's close enough, no handball. Okay, but it is important. But again, what is the hand doing before the kick, after the kick? Is it moving? Is it stationary? Is it justifiable? Right? So it's not a binary answer, Kim, but thank you for your question. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just really,
Go ahead.
because all of those, the player is like shooting the ball hard. So the person that commits the handling offense doesn't it have time to react to maybe move their hand away because it's so close.
Yes.
So yeah, these are tough. Like even like the sliding one, I would argue that that player in green was still kind of bracing themselves during the impact during the slide. He can't just like stop sliding, he has to finish his movement.
Right. And going back to the shot, or the kick, right? If I go there as a defender and my hands are on the side and it hits my hand, we had one of those videos towards the end, and it hits my hand, then I'm saying no, we're good because
Yeah.
the hand was, to the side, naturally just laying down, right? As opposed to the first video where the player goes and challenges and their hands for whatever reason they're away and the ball goes there, right?
Yeah.
So use that kind of like criteria to decide, okay, in this case, it was away, they took a risk, it was unsuccessful, handball. Oh no, in this case, the hand was natural by the side, by the silhouette, no handball, for example.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Prior guidance. Yes, prior guidance was back then. Right now, this is like I showed you straight from the Federation, which is based on IFAB laws. So, make the adjustments. Um, and yeah, it was very confusing at some point, even though there was a lot of guidance. Hopefully, this is fewer concepts, but the one concept that has the most discussion as tonight is that second one that we talked about. All right, unable to log to the webinar. Okay, well, send us a note if there was any technology issues with you in terms of registering, so we can look at that if needed. Handball player is moving towards the ball, therefore the arm can be considered for handling offense. Kevin, I think, which one was that? Let me see. All right. Well, good night, everybody. And again, we thank you so much for what you do out there. And if you need to reach our office, please do so for further um, content, more suggestions on topics, etc. We really appreciate you. Have a good night, everybody. All right, Kevin, if you're talking about the defender who heads the ball and then the hand or arm goes, head and hand. Yes, it is away from the body, but because they successfully head it or try to head it as they were moving, and then from there it went to the hand, that's what we're saying no handball because it touched their head, their torso, their leg first, and then the hand. Okay.